Time now for GRAVITAS Deep Dive. Britain's Defence Secretary John Healey, standing aboard the HMS Prince of Wales in Northern Australia, sent out a big warning. He said that the UK is ready to fight alongside allies if a war breaks out over Taiwan. But how much of that is bluster and how much muscle does Britain really bring to the Pacific? His comments, made during a joint appearance with Australia's Deputy Prime Minister, Richard Marles, were pointed. In fact, he said, and I'm quoting, "If we have to fight, Australia and the UK are nations that will fight together," quote unquote. And while he later softened the stance, emphasizing diplomacy and deterrence, it was by far the most direct language yet from a British minister on the Taiwan flashpoint. The message seemed aimed at China, where President Xi Jinping has refused to rule out the use of force in the reunification of Taiwan. Remember, China views the island nation as its own territory. Taiwan, of course, rejects that claim. But Western powers are now walking a tightrope of posturing without provoking, in a way. The UK's most powerful warship, HMS Prince of Wales, is in the middle of a 9-month Pacific deployment. It is the first time in almost 30 years that a British carrier strike group has docked in Australia, and it's also the first time that any non-US carrier has joined Australia's annual war drills called Talisman Sabre. But the bigger question here is, what does Britain actually plan to do if China invades Taiwan? Last month, a smaller British patrol vessel sailed through the Taiwan Strait, drawing praise from Taipei, but Beijing, of course, was not happy. But officials in the UK are also quick to remind that there is no change in Britain's formal position on Taiwan, no commitment to defend it, no promise of direct engagement. And as the Defence Secretary put it, quoting, "We secure peace through strength. And our strength comes from our allies," quote unquote. And that strength now includes the Geelong Treaty, which is a new 50-year pact between Britain and Australia under the AUKUS agreement, pledging to build a new generation of nuclear-powered submarines. So while Britain warns China against escalation, it does so with limited leverage and few actual red lines. So sure, Britain says it's ready to fight, but when push comes to shove, the real message may be this: the UK is watching, sailing nearby and exercising with allies. But the front line over Taiwan, that may be one fight Britain still hopes to talk its way out of.